Don't cry for me, Argentina. Arms to the camera. Happy Tuesday, y'all. You are watching the 100% Tuesday podcast or listening.
Either way.
Either way, we're happy you're here.
Any of your organs participating makes us happy.
Absolutely. I am Code Red.
And I am your resident blonde Asian.
And we're happy to have you here on the Big Gray Couch.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we are here and we're going to talk about Santa. But before we do, right? Before we do, we have a little bit of, we don't really have much housekeeping.
Not really.
Not really. But before we get to the housekeeping, we did have to have a little bit of a moment. We listened to the one and only
Patricia LaBelle.
New Attitude.
That's a live.
Live.
It has to be live. Like, the song is good.
With the chip bowl hair.
Yeah. Her iconic hair.
Iconic hair.
She's in charge.
Super in charge. Like, she's so amazing.
Like, it's not that she has no idea what she's doing, but even if she didn't, she's still doing it and you're going to go with it.
Absolutely.
You know?
And, I think probably one of my favorite things about that is at the very beginning when she thinks that her backup singers are not singing loud enough. And she yells at them and says, "Sing!" I love it.
Yeah, because, like, some people would think, oh, she's just, like, bantering with it. No, It was a direction.
Right. Absolutely.
Because they changed when she said that.
Oh, yeah. They just, like, they sit a little taller.
They're like, whatever we're doing,
whatever
we're doing
she
it
wants.
wrong, we're going to do something different.
Ms. LaBelle
said so.
Would like something different and better, and we're going to give it to her. So we got pumped. We got amped with that. Blonde Asian here did look up the information about the trampolines.
And the netting. Okay, so yeah, it does help. Okay, but several doctor professionals say that you obviously still need to supervise your kid, and just because you have a net on your trampoline does not mean you can't get injured.
Yes.
Think about your ankles going every which way.
Your knees.
I feel like that's an old people problem, but yeah, if I was to get on a trampoline right now, I mean, first of all, I would, if I saw one, I would go do it right now.
Absolutely.
But just stay in the middle.
Stay in the middle.
I mean, I think that's like a good idea. Maybe only two of you at a time if you're confident.
Yeah,
because you could get that double bounce.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. No,
I actually did sprain my ankle as a child being double bounced.
No, thank you. No,
like my sister, my brother, and myself would bounce on the neighbor's trampoline.
See, I never really bounced on trampolines. I don't know.
But it was when it was the new thing.
Okay,
and so we did it, and my brother would get double bounced a lot, and I would, but my sister never did. Yeah, and she was like bummed about it, and we would try so hard to try to get her to be double bounced, and it just didn't happen.
I mean, I definitely I think I've done more of that. I've done more bouncy house than trampoline.
Oh, it's not the same.
Because here's the thing, I didn't really know anybody that had a trampoline. Nobody.
You would have to do what we did, be stowaways.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like as an adult, I don't think I would enjoy it. It would actually scare me.
It would give me anxiety. I'd be freaking out.
Because you know what's on the line, as in your neck and your possible fingers, your
back,
anything,
everything. Oh my God!
Okay. So yeah,
sorry.
You know what? Like maybe don't buy a trampoline. Maybe do something else with your family or friends or
whatever.
You know, just because you go to a garage sale and it's there for $30.
I mean, it's a great buy. It's a great.
I agree.
That's a great price, but why is it only $30? Let's think about that.
Because someone probably hurt themselves.
Okay. All right. I think, trampolines. So I don't think we'll be on a trampoline anytime soon. But you know what we will be doing? We'll be talking about your favorite person in the whole wide world.
He is the most, well, he's not a bachelor. That's the problem. Santa. He puts a good taste in my mouth. Now, here's the thing. Nobody knows. Okay, Santa.
I know. It's like, You got to get your
I
faculties together before you
yeah.
start.
I think, okay, there's like the varieties of Santa. You have like your mall Santas.
Mall Santa.
You have like your church looking Santas.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have like your hot Santas. Those are good.
Yeah.
Any kind of Santa. Like, think about it on paper. No picture.
Oh.
Worldwide reach.
Always.
Knows everything about the good and bad things you've done.
Yep.
Talk about power.
That's a lot of power.
Tons of power.
Manipulates time. He's gotta.
He's fast.
Fast. Well, and he's got to be able to manipulate time to be able to deliver all those toys.
He probably has like a magic key or something.
Yeah.
For the sleigh.
Time traveler sleigh type thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or maybe it doesn't travel with time. Maybe it slows down time.
Oh, I like
think
that.
it's
I
probably
think
more
that's
like
probably
that.
it. I think that's probably more like it.
I admire the man. I mean, he's kept his marriage together for hundreds of years.
Right.
So he must be doing something to keep Mrs. Claus happy.
Lucky girl.
Even though we think of Santa as a jolly old man, he probably hasn't really aged in the
No.
last 200 to 300 years.
Right. No. He's a mythological character. Like
He can make anything you
everything.
want.
Yes. All you have to do is go, ding,
With what?
like with his nose. Is like he uses magic.
No, he has elves.
Oh well, that
He,
too.
he's not a magician. He's a person. That's why he's amazing.
Isn't that something like when
That's
in
Bewitched.
Oh well, no, but I'm thinking of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas.
Oh, ew, no.
Something about a nod and a twink, something of the nose, and up the chimney he rose.
Oh, I don't know that.
Oh.
I don't know about Christmas. I know about Santa.
Oh, sorry.
Huge Santa fan over here.
Huge Santa fan. Do you know where did that start from? Do you know? Like where did that stem from?
It's obviously probably some sort of like story. I don't know the origins of Santa. I know what I want to know about Santa because he knows everything about me.
Yeah, obviously. Gosh, so many stories. He's lived a long time.
I mean, he's seen it all.
Man, been around the whole world. Been around
In
the
one
world.
day, essentially,
One night,
24
yeah,
hours.
yeah. Cause
Yeah,
yep,
because the world is round.
and it rotates
Just really felt the need to say that for
on
some
an
reason.
axis.
But the fact that it's round, forget the axes, forget all of that. The world is round.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I just I watched a documentary on flat earthers, and they can believe what they want to believe, but I just some of it was just so like convoluted to me.
I can't.
No disrespect. These are just our opinions,
Yes,
sort of.
Yes.
I just it was like, ooh, it kind of hurt my soul just a little bit to know.
That people, like, they really.
And I don't know, is it a matter of you just want to go against the grain?
I don't know.
Like I saw what they thought the map of the Earth looked like from like air, like out from space and stuff, and I'm just like, then wouldn't it be daylight all the time? Like I couldn't
it
quite.
makes no sense.
It's like, yeah, those puzzle pieces weren't fitting for me, but who knows? Maybe I'm just totally wrong, but I'll accept being wrong when you tell me I'm wrong.
I think I saw something where like the Earth is stationary and like the sun is what travels. Like this?
Yeah, it's like on a mobile.
Yeah, and that's how it gets dark or
Like,
something.
you know what? Maybe it was an art project, and then someone's like, you know what?
You know what?
Earth is flat.
Stupid.
Like, I've seen it, and it looks pretty like the things that they made.
I don't buy it.
I wonder what Santa thinks about the world. He would know the answer.
He does know the answer. It's round.
Like him,
Oh yeah. Well, unless he's
What a
got
jolly
unless he's
man.
got washboard abs.
which he can because he can do whatever he wants.
Exactly.
It just depends on what century it is.
It depends.
You know, I was watching The Cosby Show, and I know people have feelings about Bill Cosby himself, but I'm talking
Right.
about Heathcliff Huxtable, the dad. He told this
Exactly.
story because, like, you know, why was Santa white at the mall, and then why was he Japanese at Macy's? Or whatever it was.
Okay.
And he's like, well, when Santa comes into your house, Santa becomes whatever you are. He's like, oh, You're a Caucasian? Whoop, Caucasian. Oh, we go down the street? Whoop, Japanese.
I like that.
Yeah, I was like, that was a really good
That's a
explanation.
great way to explain that.
I asked my mom, if Santa is Santa, how come he uses the wrapping paper that we have and that at Catherine's house or Lydia's house or Darren's house?
Right.
Why do they use that wrapping paper? Why doesn't Santa have all the same wrapping paper? Wouldn't that save him money or something? Like, I actually asked my mom this, and she said, oh, well, it's our jobs as parents to leave out the supplies.
Okay. One less thing for him to
worry about. Like, he brings like an elf that does all that as he's unloading.
Absolutely. That makes sense.
And I remember asking that specifically because my mom used to wrap my Christmas gifts with surgical tape. She didn't have to do the thing. It just ripped.
That's amazing. She's so resourceful.
I know. I thought that was funny because I was kind of, not that I was embarrassed. I was like, well, I know that's my present sitting there.
You know, my mom used to wrap like all the, like if she'd give me a whole outfit, she'd wrap all the pieces separately. So that way I had more to open.
That's fun.
I know. So it'd be like the tank top and then the shirt and then the pants.
And then the shoelaces and then the shoes.
Right. Well, not quite that much, but
I would do that.
she's definitely, as I've gotten older, she's wrapped stuff more together.
I have one friend that like, I would do this. I think I did it enough to the point where she knew it was a likelihood I would do this. But whatever the gift was, I would put it I'd wrap that, put it in a box, wrap that box, put it in another box, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And in between, I'd write notes,
Okay.
like inside jokes.
Nice.
But that must have been annoying. Oh, I remember one year for Christmas, I got you that fanny pack.
Yep. Confetti everywhere.
That was the best dollar I spent at the dollar store on
Everywhere.
that confetti.
I think that was Jax's present to me, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, that was actually
That was
Jax's
from
present.
Jax.
Jax
Yeah.
bought her a cool fanny pack.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's like a gray leather kind of almost like snake skinny kind of looking. Yeah, really pretty. Very pretty. You're very, very stylish, mister.
Oh, he knew. But that was the best dollar I ever spent. And also, that dollar store was a great dollar store. I told you about the cross Michigan trip I want to take going to dollar stores.
Oh no.
Girl. Okay.
How did we not have this conversation?
I've been I want to make it happen because I want a vlog about it because it's so convoluted.
Yeah.
But I want to go, and I'm not talking like Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar.
No,
Is there a dollar circus?
I don't think
Okay,
so.
patent pending. I want that. I'm going to make that happen.
Ooh.
Dollar
see.
circus. But like I want to go to like independently owned dollar stores
Okay.
and just see what they have and then like ask the people like, why did you buy this figurine of a panda doing ballet? Why do you have 30 calendars from 1989 available for sale for more than $1? Now I know the Dollar Tree is now $1.25, right?
Yeah.
Family Dollar is still $1. What it is.
Right.
I'm talking dollar stores that have like vases for $39.95.
There's a dollar store on Southfield
Okay.
that it like Southfield, I'm going to say south of between 13 and 12 Mile. It's like in the same plaza of like, there's like a Boston Market. I think there's a Big Lot in the same plaza too. That dollar store was one of those kinds of dollar stores. I got stuff, the flower like that big giant flower arrangement that I did for your birthday. Mm-hmm. I got those flowers at that dollar store.
Okay.
And the vase and the fishbowl.
I thought you
also
made
from
those
there.
flowers.
No. No.
Oh, wait, I'm thinking of those foam dollars. Did you make the foam dollars? The big, giant, exaggerated flowers?
No. Those big
Oh.
giant flowers I bought there.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of dollar
Yeah,
store.
yeah.
Want to go across all over Michigan because
Yeah.
you know I haven't been to the UP yet. I've only
It's so how
know
do you
it's
how do
weird.
you
My
grow
mom-
up in Michigan and I don't know.
Well, a lot of people are like, you've been everywhere else, but you've never left really the metro area. When I dated that one guy, that was the first time I was like, not the first time, but like I went to the west side of the state and like
Okay.
understood where I was. Not that I
Okay.
fell asleep in a car and woke up
yeah.
because I was sleepy.
Right. I mean, I went to school in the middle of Michigan, but we went up north. Like for me, growing up, we were going up north every
See,
summer
my
for
mom was just not into that.
vacation. That was like our vacation. Was summer up north, like a long weekend. I think the first time we went up in the UP, Sault Ste. Marie, like as high as you can go, as far north as possible. Yeah, so we usually would stay in like St. Ignace on the like in the UP on the other side of the Mackinac Bridge, or down in Mackinac.
Yeah, I've never been to Mackinac Island
But we would
either.
always go up to the UP and go to Tequamanon Falls. Over time, we go see Picture Rock. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I haven't.
We should go to Mackinac.
Yeah, I want to go. It's not
It's
that
beautiful.
It's just I needed to go at some point with somebody, and it would either just not work out. Like, I think that would be that would be a fun trip to take.
Oh yeah.
Like for like an anniversary or a birthday or something, because it's not like the typical thing.
It's not.
Nobody really. I mean, people know what Mackinac is. I feel like.
Oh yeah,
though.
people travel from around the world and go to Mackinac. Like anytime I've been there, I would see people like I would always meet people from like overseas even too.
You know what my favorite thing is like when you go to a place like Studio A, Motown Records.
Right.
You go there, the first thing you do when you walk in. Mind you, it took me, I was 30 at the time I finally went, and it was only because my Australian cousin was here.
I still have never been.
Right, we need to go.
Absolutely.
But one of the first things you see is when you walk in, there's a map, you take a pin and put where you're from, and it's filled.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And I mean, it makes sense. I told you about how we all got to sing in Studio A.
Yeah.
I was so upset. So it's like where the Temptations recorded. And whoever it was, I should have started it off, but I didn't. Whoever it was started it off too high.
Ugh, I hate that. That happens a lot when people sing Happy Birthday, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Because everybody always jumps down into a weird key that's not the same key. They don't go an octave down. They
Give
just
those
change
people
keys.
a kazoo.
Yes.
Kazoo it out.
Kazoo it out. I like kazoos. Gosh, man. Yeah, I like kazoos.
I can only handle kazoos for as long as I can handle them, because then
Yeah. It's funny. I used to have a hard time with kazoos because I would just try to blow on them. Because, right? It's an instrument.
You're thinking thoughts, yeah.
I know, right? And I'm like, wait, I have to like hum thing and what?
What do you mean by hum? Because technically when you hum,
It's like,
but your mouth is slightly open with a kazoo in it, so it always made me feel weird. Like,
yes, and then your lips get tickly.
that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
That's when I can't handle
that
it.
filtery thing that buzzes back at you. And,
like, who thought that was a good idea?
I mean, it was a cheap toy.
Is it a toy or an instrument?
I think it's considered a toy. It's usually found in the toy aisle.
Yeah, so are recorders.
I don't know. I'm gonna write this down. Is a kazoo a toy or an instrument? I'm gonna figure that out. You know, kazoos.
All right, let you write it down.
Got it.
Yeah, I have no idea, because I know recorders are down there too, but kazoo, like, is the man who made? I'll just look up kazoos in general. Like, is the man named Kazoo?
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Is it like Jonathan Kazoo?
Yeah. So like they named after him.
Or is it like a combination of names?
Okay.
Like, was it made in Kansas at a zoo?
Oh.
I'll be really excited.
Well, people call Kalamazoo kazoo.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't either. I'm pretty sure I got a kazoo in my stockings at some point from Santa.
I think my mom was probably afraid I'd choke on it somehow. Because I did not encounter a kazoo until I went to, like, this is when I was married. I went to a party and I was meeting all his friends. So they were probably already judging me because I'm not their age. And the game was you hum the tune into the kazoo and you have to guess, like, what song it is. So like like Pictionary with a
like
kazoo.
Name that tune with a kazoo.
Yeah, and that was the first time I ever used a kazoo.
Oh. Okay.
It was
sounds fun. With the right people, it could be fun.
With the right people,
like we could have fun with that.
But I mean, I can only tolerate it for so long. I want to tolerate it. Like, I want to be a kazoo kid, I guess. Is that a thing?
I don't think it's a thing. Maybe it should be.
You know what is an amazing thing?
What's that?
Reading Rainbow.
I never really watched Reading
Oh
Rainbow.
man, LeVar Burton's the man. Give me that
Sorry.
LeVar. He was on Reading Rainbow and that other show where he had the thing on his eyes. Not Star Wars, Star Trek, I think. Not Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, Star Trek.
The Next Generation. That's what it was. He had the
That beam that like
yeah, the
that-
laser.
Yeah, the laser beam.
Yeah,
thing.
he did that and Reading Rainbow.
At the same time?
Yes.
Wow. That's
talent.
versatility.
And like it's like he was so likable. Like I just like the idea of LeVar Burton helping me learn about anything. Because it
Okay.
wasn't quite like a Mr. Rogers where you learn a moral or you see how something. Well, no, because he actually took us to Madame Tussauds Wax Museum because he got one.
Oh.
So they showed him. He has two as LeVar Burton
Okay.
and the guy, eyes guy.
Okay.
And
Eyes
then
guy.
there was another episode that, like, I think that's when I realized I just like being different, maybe a little tacky, a bit flamboyant. He, like, it was something like, it was the last part of the show. He's like, well, just some whatever, bippity boppity boo. He's like, but things. And he, like, pulled a string, aren't always as they seem. And he pulled another one. And he had these big, like, puffy, like, sleeves of his shirt. Like, he transformed.
That's so cool. I want to
Yeah.
watch that.
I don't know what the book was, so I can't look up that. I mean, I bet I could find it.
You probably could.
I'll probably find it before.
All you got to do is Google it now.
But I-
Puffy sleeve.
But it was like ruffly sleeves.
Oh.
LeVar Burton Reading Rainbow.
You know what that reminds me of? Those gymnastic aerobic people. The guy when he stopped and the fringe didn't stop.
Oh no, it was just aerobics, no gymnasts.
Okay.
But
Got
they
it.
wore leotards.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this way back, she was alive. I was not quite there yet,
Isn't it-
but
yeah.
I did show up 2 years after it started. I believe the first Crystal Light National Aerobics Championship was held in 1984.
I believe so. Yes, I was
and
too.
the theme song was by I think a guy named Ty Perry, and it is so good. It used to be my alarm to get me up. Tell me, where can you find a fleet of people that could do high impact aerobics today?
Nowhere.
Like it's just I know, yes, there are athletes and whatever.
right,
But
but
it's
that-
not the
it's
same.
not the same.
The amount of people, and that's the thing. It was like how Zumba kind of took
Oh, yep,
over.
yep.
That's what these high impact
yep.
aerobics were. Like my ex-husband, one of
The
his
step
aunts.
classes
Yeah,
even?
well,
Yep.
one of his aunts had to get a double knee replacement. She used to do those aerobics. Wow. And if you see these aerobics, you will see why.
It is intense.
But so his name I think was Kim something, and okay. Oh my goodness, it was a really good. We're gonna have to watch it after this.
I know.
So they had like solo events
Yep.
and doubles, and
yep,
they had
and
trios,
teams, and they had, yep.
the trios, and they have to demonstrate like fundamental
Right. Like
you know,
sit-ups,
push-ups, and they have to be done a certain way, and you have
Right.
to be creative,
high kicks.
crunches,
High kicks are one.
yeah,
Yep.
high kicks. So Kim Wells, that was his name.
Okay, yes.
Oh my goodness. So it was his turn, and this was the men's division. So it's kind of like Miss America a little bit.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because they have like the top 10 of the United States. There was one of the
Yes.
world, but this was the United States.
Yes.
And so you're there already. So that'd be like us standing in the top 10 with our costumes on, ready to go. We're
Because
warm.
they're all standing there, like in a U, right?
So, yeah, in a U, or like if it's
Or lines. Yeah.
like a choir.
Yeah, on risers.
They were. And they would call the top 3, and that's it.
And that's it. And everyone's dressed and ready to go. So
And
you're
this is
prepared.
live TV.
You're prepared
That they canceled whatever was on at the 8 o'clock time slot.
for this.
And Alan Thicke for a while was the honorary
host.
national spokeschairman for the National Aerobic Committee or whatever. But okay, so they only call 3 names. So wow, how intense.
Right. God, could you imagine all that preparation and your name doesn't even get called? There's no time in between. Like, it's not even, it's just, boom, go dance now.
And I don't know how they
Sorry,
decide.
it's not dancing. I mean, there is a dance kind
There's
of
a dance
component
aspect
to it,
because
right?
it's a routine.
It's a routine and there's music.
Aerobics are done to music.
Right? And it has to, obviously, the beat of, it has to go with the music.
Yes.
You know?
So this is the year that Kim actually won. Actually, the year before, he competed but did not win.
Right.
Although I thought he should have won because I realized that he competed the year before. So this guy goes up. Obviously, he's in shape.
Obviously.
You know those Dixie cups with the teal and the purple?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He had like the wrestling type leotard that had that coloring on it.
Right.
And it's like, okay, man, you put up a solid performance. I saw all 4 push-ups. I saw tons of high kicks. And then he finished and he held his pose. But it's like, next, Kim Wells is up. For a tall, statuesque,
Energy. Oh, my God.
lovely, just a handsome man.
Oh, yeah.
And his leotard had fringe on it.
Fringe.
And he
all
had
lined down the side
all
of
the
his
side
leg.
of his
Yep.
shorts. Well, it was a unitard, but with the shorts.
Yeah, it's a short unitard. Yep.
Yeah, and he had really fast music.
So fast.
He was so synchronized with the music.
But he was in control the whole time, too.
Well, yes, which is
Exactly.
why he won.
Exactly.
It was so well deserved. I'm so happy for him.
He was
however
just
many years
going
later.
and going and going, and like
He hit the ending pose.
He hit that ending pose and just like, bam! He did not budge. Just bam.
And like we were watching it together. I was like, he did not move.
And then I was like, but his fringe did. Like
His friend and the fringe, he boom, and the fringe was
fringe
like,
is boo, and you're just like. I mean, he was just solid, like stone. Like he was just frozen. He was just turned to stone by Medusa. Stone, okay,
by
Still.
choice because he wanted to.
Because he was showing the control that he
Has
had
in his body,
his muscles and his endurance, and I just wow.
like and then like how he did crunches. So his form of a crunch is he laid on his back and he had his legs up, and then he would pretend he was pulling up a rope,
that was
and then that was the best. That's why he won, and the song was good too.
A little mime action.
It was so good.
But he would find it's like he's on the beat, but then he's got the micro beat and the macro beat.
Yes,
you know?
he understood.
Exactly. He understood the music.
His competitors, like, not that they weren't bad.
They
Obviously,
weren't bad.
they were top three
in
of
the
nation
country.
or whatever, or the preliminaries or whatever they did. But like the other two just were more like, okay, I'm doing the thing, and they're hitting it like crazy. But it's like, when you have that energy, he had the Tuesday vibe.
And you know what the thing is, like you knew he was gonna do it. You knew he was gonna hit it. When you see a man in a shorts unitard with fringe,
White fringe
on a blue.
It was like either blue or purple. I mean, it's 1984, so we don't know. It was a VHS recording.
But like when a man walks up there in that's a confident man. He's like, he walks up, I'm about to win this bitch. Like, that's what he's thinking.
Yeah,
in his
I mean,
head.
because the year before, like I said, he competed and he didn't win the title. And I think he was like, all right,
I'm going to show you.
I'm going to revamp it. I'm going to learn. Probably they have critiques, I'm sure. But I mean, he just was really engaging the audience because I think so like 50% of it is like content, and then the other 50 is like choreography and like pulling it together. I will get those for you.
Yeah.
So it was like destined. It was just kind of like, oh man, you're one of the three, like kind of like a Simone Biles kind of thing.
Yes.
Like you may as well just get ready to be second and third. But also, we kept watching all of it, and then they had the trios, and remember that one guy group? And they had the weird music with their, like, Waldo black and white pants. And it was good.
It was good. It was.
And that guy was the guy, he was in that trio, I think, and he won the title the year before.
Okay.
But he was, like, charming with the face. Like, the face, okay, here, So... You have to get the crowd engaged,
You
right?
have to.
But some of them, just like the faces they use, like Kim Wells was very natural.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing.
He had charisma.
He had the charisma, and he was very expressive with his face, but it wasn't a fake expression. It wasn't him like, putting on a face. It was him like he's having a good time. I want to have a good time with him.
Yes.
Exactly. Tuesday.
By himself before we even, well, you existed.
I did exist, yes.
Or maybe I can't remember the year, but 1984 was, I think, the year the first like nationally televised one.
I think so.
And I mean, also, these people just didn't look like that from doing aerobics. Like they were like probably what like your like Insta gym influencers are like.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Except they obviously had rhythm and they were flexible because those high kicks.
Like, boom, like high.
And the cool part too, we had to back up the name intros. So they would be like, here's Donovan Gallahan and Savannah Short from Galveston, Texas. And they would do, like, they had 2 counts of 8 to do a thing. Da-da-da-da, boom.
Yeah.
And they had to be synchronized. There was one group that didn't get it together, though.
Yeah.
I don't know what year that was. I know the leotards were red.
Yeah.
2-piecers.
They would comment on their Leos and stuff too, I think. Like where I want to say, or was that a part of like their like get it togetherness?
I think it was part of the get it togetherness, but this was the intros when they were like the guys had one uniform and the girls had one uniform, and yeah, that was I think it was it was a couple.
Okay.
So it was mixed pairs, and they just didn't know it was time for their cue. But that's why you gotta count, man.
Right? Wow. It's funny. I forgot about those until I remembered. And now I'm like,
I'm so happy you remembered
like,
that.
my heart rate is elevated.
Like I can't wait to watch it when
Like,
we're done.
yeah.
Not that we don't want to be doing this, but
For sure. I'm just like, yeah, I feel like, yeah, my heart rate did go up a little bit. Just a little bit. I got excited.
I was just checking out like how we were doing on time. Like we talked about national aerobics for a moment.
We did. It was totally worth it,
It's
though.
so good.
So good.
And
If you haven't watched it, I really encourage you to check it out.
Yeah, Crystal Light National Aerobic Championship.
Worth it. Worth it.
There was one pair from Detroit.
Okay. Yes, there was.
Yeah, I think this is how I also showed you a slew of videos after I showed you that. I can't remember which one I showed you first, but then like Key and Peele made fun of it.
Yes.
And I think that's what I saw first. I'm like, that has to be based off of something.
Yeah. So then you looked it up.
It was they used the same music and everything, and I was like, this is so good. But you don't see like if that was the common type of aerobics right now, like type of exercise, I would be way less intimidated.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because it looks so fun.
It does. It looks hard.
We would be pairs.
Oh my God, yeah.
But
For
I
sure.
think the first 3 years we wouldn't make the top 3.
Probably not.
But the year we make it, we get first.
Right. But at the beginning, we're just sort of have a good time. We're just, we're here.
We didn't expect to get this far.
Right. We just did it on a whim.
But then the athletic club sent us out here and
We just,
said, get your ass on the stage. It's your turn.
we're like, oh shit, man. Okay.
Way too many sequins. We have curly bangs,
Obviously.
leg warmers, and Reeboks.
Reeboks. Yep.
It was sponsored.
The high top Reeboks.
I think
are the
it was
best.
sponsored by Reebok one year, or is like the shoe of choice.
Probably.
It still looks like that would be the shoe of choice.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Reeboks is known for being an aerobics shoe, I believe. Or at least back then it was.
Yeah, that was the shoe.
That was the shoe.
You wanted Reeboks.
The best.
Like your Keds were for walking around, and your Reeboks were for your gym shoes.
Absolutely.
And then your dirty Reeboks were the ones you used to cut the grass in.
Yes. Did you have grass cutting shoes?
No.
Oh, I definitely did. I had grass cutting shoes. Because I used to have to cut the grass until my allergies got really bad and I didn't have to cut the grass anymore.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, because I'd be out there for 5 minutes and I'd have like snot and sneezing.
And you're like, why
gross
am I
and
like that?
itchy and yeah.
You're like, am I sick?
Yeah, it's not. It was not fun. Didn't like it. So
I will say, when I turned 33, that was when my allergy button got like turned on. I didn't have allergies.
my allergies have changed over time. Yeah, like I mean, I for a long time I wasn't allergic to grass. I just like that, and then
I
I
feel like
started
it's only going to
noticing.
get worse.
Yes, and then it started like I started noticing like if I sit on the grass with bare legs, like I'll kind of break out a little bit.
That would happen, well, more recently. That didn't happen as a kid, but now if it's like freshly cut and I do that, I do notice like a redness or like just need to like tap it a little bit. You look like you're about to sneeze because we were talking about allergies.
I was, but I didn't. I was like, ooh,
You
sorry.
thought about Kim Wells in that fringe.
I did. Oh man,
So good. Like,
so good.
I could talk about that. Why is that not in the bowl?
Because again, it was just one of those like you just kind of forget about it.
I could talk about that forever.
Oh my God, that was when we were oh my gosh, why can't I think the fighting guy is the Mortal Kombat thing, but it's not Mortal Kombat.
The WOMC Masters.
Spray.
Ocean Spray. It's like, okay, so there was this other TV show. I caught it on Sunday mornings, and it was geared towards kids. It was basically Mortal Kombat, but with people in a weird storyline.
Yeah,
but
and
these
it's a
people,
competition.
But fun fact, these people were actually used as body doubles or were the actors in the Mortal Kombat movies.
Yes,
the majority
correct.
of them.
Yes,
and they all had names like the army guy was named Tracer, the hot guy was named Red Dragon, and his discipline was karate.
And they all had different. They all had different
Bam.
disciplines. Bam with his 10
his hair
backflips.
So
Shut up. Conserve your energy, man. No wonder you. Sorry.
Okay. So what she's talking about, what she's
loud.
talking about is okay. So they do. It's kind of like American Gladiators, where you don't know what event you're going to get. So they do martial art events, and then they take points, and whoever has the highest point score. Now these are all named they're like employees that always battle out.
Correct.
So whoever got that needed to get 10
medallions or
key symbols.
Okay, key symbols, yes.
So like if you defeated the Red Dragon, he would have to surrender it.
Surrender his key symbol, yes.
Yes. And what other ones were there? There was Panther. There was Ocean. What's not Ocean? Tsunami.
Tsunami. But it looked like the Ocean Spray,
There was
logo.
Superstar and Star Warrior, who were brothers.
Yeah, were they twins or just brothers?
I mean, they're both good looking to me, but so you could call them twins. But I think Star Warrior is older, and people are always like, you're jealous of Superstar, but he wasn't, because he's amazing.
And then of course there's Bam.
The Machine.
The Machine.
Okay, so Bam, my man, Bam,
okay. My man.
So you have to get 10 key symbols and put them in your belt.
Yep.
And then you put the belt on a hook and it disappears like to the martial arts gods or something.
It goes up into the sky.
And oh wait, I'm getting it a little confused. That's for the final one. We're taking a step back. The cage.
They have to battle in the cage.
Because that's where you get the key symbols.
Exactly.
So in the cage, it's a sensitive thing, and these ninjas, it's a cage, literal cage that comes down on the floor, and the ninjas who their outfits are specially treated to not set off the sensors.
Yep.
But if one of the masters
hits the cage, then it like
and that's the point. You get the point.
You get points.
So Bam was one of the competitors that made it in. I forgot who the other person was because it's Bam. Okay, I'm not paying attention. I'm looking at Bam.
Before it even starts,
the cage slowly lowers down. Now he's gonna have to battle it out for a key symbol, right?
Right.
And he's doing. We counted. He did 5 backflips.
At least, I think.
Well, yeah, they had to go to commercial break. So like
5.
What are you doing, Bam?
It hasn't even started. The fight hasn't even started. He's just back.
They're lowering the cage.
That's it. He did just backflip, and he's just.
And then it was
1,
flip,
2, 3,
flip,
flip,
and we're like,
what are
you still have to fight, man?
He lost.
And I mean, it's obviously staged.
Obviously,
it's choreographed. But as a kid, I didn't know that.
No,
I didn't know that.
It looked, honestly, as an adult, it looked pretty damn real to me. Those backflips were real.
No,
bitch.
I mean, he was doing that.
I
But
know.
yeah, and it's cool because like if a ninja threw you into it, that still counted as a point for the other person. So
Yeah.
let's say it was the machine and Bam. If
It was
a
like
ninja,
a point against you,
yeah,
basically.
if Bam was thrown into the thing by a ninja and Bam still had nothing to do with it, Bam would still get the point.
Exactly. Yep.
But Bam, his discipline was wushu.
Whooshu.
Yeah, and then the machine was kickboxing.
Mm-hmm.
I think you had a thing for Red Dragon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, come
I
on.
liked his outfit.
His outfit was pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. It's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like Star Warrior, I don't remember seeing him a whole bunch, but I mean, I liked his outfit too. I thought it was sensible.
Remember when they had to like, they're like going through this like, almost made me think of like a movie scene.
Yeah, that's the preliminary round.
Like they're like in movie scenes
because they're at Universal
yeah,
Studios.
That's right.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Wow, so much is
Yeah,
happening.
so it'd be like a Western set.
Yes,
that's
it's
vacant.
Like yep, and then it's like the bad guys are coming out
of saloon
nowhere.
doors.
Things are exploding.
Water.
Oh my God, you're gonna drown inside the temple. That's not the cowboy scene, but you know what I'm saying.
But you never know what it's gonna be.
never
You could be in a
know.
New York street in Hollywood.
Perhaps.
You know. Oh, remember Olympus? He was like, when you start the show, he's the guy who already
He's the guy
won.
that's already up there, yeah.
And then he
everybody
loses it.
wants to, yeah.
He was like in the Olympics for Taekwondo.
But don't you once you get all 10, you have to battle the person that already
So
has it.
it would have been Olympus when the show started.
Right, okay. So then somebody got 10 and then beat Olympus in a battle.
And then Olympus has to start from one key symbol to get the 10, but it's
Start
a
all
second
over.
degree belt. So you understand that, oh, well, he already did it.
Right. Wow. So many layers.
But I actually think that he finished the 10 and then lost. Like all that work. Like I almost feel like you should let me win.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think he went up against the machine.
Sounds about right.
Good luck with that.
Good luck.
I don't know.
Did Bam ever get up there? I don't think he did.
I think if he did,
Or maybe
'cause
he did like
sometimes-
once.
Sometimes they would fast forward through it and they're like, through the championships, we had Bam ascend to the throne, and then the next
Yeah, they
week,
give you the recap.
they give you a recap, but they don't necessarily
Show you.
follow that storyline if they didn't want to because it's TV. You know whose outfit I didn't care for?
Who?
Ocean Spray.
Oh yeah, he was a little. He was
was a
young. He
noob.
was brand new. He was new.
actually one of the fighting ninjas, and he graduated.
Yep, he graduated. Yep.
Now this is the story. We don't know if this is true.
Right. But like, so he's new. Like he didn't have time to develop his costume.
You thought he
yet.
was cute.
He was cute.
He was cute.
He was like, oh.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
want him to get a key. He
I
couldn't.
know.
It took him
The poor
forever
guy
to
just
get his like
couldn't get-
first
I
one,
know.
and then he got two, or was it two?
Two in a like
No,
two
it
at
was-
once or
no,
three
it
at
was
once.
three
because
because
he battled. Yeah, because they were all a part of it. Yeah.
they made it like a 4Z for the cage round instead of just two. No, it was like 4 no ninjas.
Yeah. Oh yes, I remember. Oh my gosh.
And he would run against, and they all 3 went against the wall.
yes, he had some really cool moves.
You get Ocean Spray to back you up pictorially.
Tsunami. That was his tsunami thing
Yeah.
that he did.
Yeah. Yeah.
God.
Oh, he's so good.
I mean, they really all were. I mean, they were, again, true athletes, man.
True athletes that were acting.
Acting.
And there was
Well,
also women involved, but they had their own like ranking system. But I feel like we only saw
You mostly
Lady
saw
Lightning.
the men.
You only really saw Lady Lightning, Baby Doll, and Chameleon. Oh no, and the princess.
The princess, yes.
She was really good.
She was good.
And she was, I think, one of the ones that were sitting on the throne. Like,
Yes.
go ahead. And then she got kicked off.
Yep. Go
Second-
ahead. Go ahead.
It's okay. It's my second degree. Like, do you have
Whatever.
one? Do you have a belt?
Okay, don't worry. I'll get my 3rd degree any day now.
They also, okay, so for the final, we have to stop talking about this soon, but for the final round. So let's say your belt is ascended into heaven or whatever.
Yeah, it goes up.
So you have to fight. So you are on this rotating platform.
Oh my God.
And to start it, you have to get the what was the name of the star? It's like a dragon star, I think.
Okay, yeah, the dragon star. Yep.
And you have to the chamber comes up from the middle of the rotating platform, and you put it in like
you like
and that's-
stab it like the sword in the Stone-ish, like
or
you're putting
boba
it back
tea,
in. Yep, yep.
like boba tea, the straw.
Yep.
And then that's what made the platform rotate. And they would fight.
Who was it that like fell off of it like multiple times and kept like and just hung on and just climbed back up? Do you remember that?
I do, and I don't remember.
Like he's
who
like
it was.
hanging on
Like
the
because
side.
they do
but
have handles on it.
he's like hanging there and climbs up, and that happened more than once.
Yes.
In that fight.
You have to fall into the pit of, I'm guessing, cushions.
Pit of doom.
Yeah. But as they do it, like, the referee will call in a ninja to make it more difficult.
Yeah.
And one time, well, we don't want to give it all away, but we are. One time, two were battling it out, and two fell off the platform at the same time.
Right.
Because a ninja went rogue. And it turned out...
It was oh my God, who was it? No, the army guy. No,
He was in cahoots.
he was in cahoots. Oh my gosh.
It was Larry Lamb, the warlock. He was also very green, just like Ocean Spray or
Yep.
Tsunami.
Yes.
And he did like a toe touch and boom, both like the machine and I forgot who else it was. They got kicked off.
I don't remember who. Gosh.
And they got kicked off and they're like, and he was waiting for the thing to come out of the chamber and he was like banging on the floor. And the rules specifically state, or they maybe didn't know what to do. I don't know if the rules specifically said a ninja can't win because, I mean, he knocked them all off.
Right.
And all the ninjas, all 10 of them.
He was like expecting that he was going to win it then.
Yeah,
right? That's what he was
exactly.
thinking. So yeah, oh my gosh.
But it's like, dude, they're going to, even if you want it, and let's say the star had arisen, how are you going to explain that to all your colleagues? And you're walking around pretending to be this good man. Remember, he did that kick I like to try to do? Like multiple kicks in the air. Larry Lamb, warlock. Wow. Oh, so intense. Oh, one last one. Yin Yang Man.
Oh, yeah.
And he would draw yin yangs. Like so
sweet.
Martial artist kid. Well, he was a kid and he lost, like, I think he was in a car accident and one of his eyes.
Yeah.
Like, bye-bye.
Yeah.
And then he would draw yin yangs all the time.
Yin Yang kid.
And then he, like, became really good. He, like, went to watch martial artists while he was drawing yin yangs.
Yeah. That's
And
how
then-
he learned.
And then, like, something happened. He's like, oh, I don't do that anymore, and pointed to that. Or something like that. And then he was talking to a guy in a wheelchair. And he's like, oh, well, never give up on your dream. And then he rolled into the ring and beat up all those people from his wheelchair. And that's when he got back into it.
Okay. I don't remember that part, but
It was...
I remember Yin Yang Kid.
Yin Yang Man.
Oh, I like Kid. But that's okay.
But that was his pants, like, if he was if he were to do, like, a no-handed cartwheel, you would see the yin yang.
Yeah.
It was so
great.
good. That was a good cut. Well, that was
a
shirtless.
really good
He was
costume.
he was hot. He was hot. Yin Yang Man.
Yeah.
Like, were any of them not hot? Tracer was hot.
Yeah. I was that was a man.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Casamassa, the Red Dragon,
like-
he was very attractive, but then I kind of became not attracted to him when he like fell in love with a NASA astronaut at the beach or something. Remember?
Yeah.
And he was with the machine.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, okay. But I was like 10 when I first watched it.
Yeah, I had never heard of it until
I made you watch
yeah.
it. Well, you also get hooked into it.
I get hooked in a lot of things you show
And then,
me.
here's the thing. I show you these things, and then they always end at the second season.
Yeah. Like Finding Carter.
Yeah, which I think we have to dedicate a whole
We're going to need to. I can't even.
character breakdowns and everything.
We're just We're gonna leave that one there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right. We went from Santa Claus to martial arts.
Martial arts and aerobics.
We also had fringe and
Yeah.
dollar stores.
Dollar stores.
I love a good deal.
Love a good deal.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the next word.
Sounds good. Here, let me get the bowl for you. Oh my! I get excited. I get excited about this part. I really do.
This is like the Michigan lottery when Aggie Usadlius the balls would come out and she'd be like 7, 9.
My 8th grade history teacher
14.
won the lottery.
We need to get better at the lottery.
I don't play the lottery.
No, that's
we
part of the
should.
problem.
I know. Yeah, we should.
DoorDash less, more lottery.
See.
I hope it's a good one.
I know,
they're all
too.
pretty. They're all pretty good.
They're all pretty good. Even when they're
even
when
like
we think
running.
that, that ended up being good.
That was actually pretty funny.
That was pretty funny. That was good.
All
That
right.
was good.
I don't know what it is.
Okay, here we go. I was trying to do a drum roll. Is it white shorts?
It's one of my fears. Not my fears. Like it's a noun. It's a proper noun, and it's one of my fears being left there and never recovered.
I don't know.
Mount Everest. Mount Everest is our Tuesday topic
for next week.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
I'm feeling somber.
I'm feeling like I have a little like
heaviness.
A little heaviness. Like I feel like the altitude
You look
is
like
getting to me right
you
now.
need an oxygen tank.
Ooh, I have like a little something stuck in my throat. I don't know.
So I
all
feel
right.
like you can guarantee yourself an opportunity to see us get a lot of facts wrong
Probably
with the Mount Everest.
I think our housekeeping afterwards might end up being big because
it might just be one episode.
It could be. It could just be one episode. Honestly, we who knows where Mount Everest will take us.
I thought you were about to say who knows where Mount Everest is, but technically we know where it is.
Technically, see. But yeah, so really just we hope that you enjoyed today.
Yep. Remember
right?
to follow us on the
And
socials.
Follow us on the socials, 100% Tuesday. On Instagram, that's 100% Tuesday. And I'm Code Red.
Also our website,
yeah.
100%tuesday.com.
I'm bad. You're good at remembering that stuff.
Yeah, because of the YouTube stuff
You
I
do
did.
more too. Yeah, you do.
Which, if you want to watch my channel, it's pretty much just what I want to do.
It's really good.
And you're on one of the episodes.
I am. It's a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so we're happy that you joined us today on 100% Tuesday podcast. I am Code Red.
And I am your resident blonde Asian. Thank you. And we strive to be your number one choice in background.